In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NHL games happening on November 3rd, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Pittsburgh Penguins versus Toronto Maple Leafs. The Pittsburgh Penguins meet the Toronto Maple Leafs in a matchup featuring two teams trending in opposite directions to start the season. Pittsburgh enters with a record of 8 wins, 3 losses, and 2 overtime losses, giving them the second best mark in the Metropolitan Division. Toronto, meanwhile, holds a record of 6 wins, 5 losses, and 1 overtime loss, placing them near the bottom of the Atlantic Division standings. Few expected Pittsburgh to open the season this strong, and there are growing questions about whether their early form can be sustained. Some of that skepticism seemed justified after Saturday's performance, when they were thoroughly outplayed by the Winnipeg Jets. Toronto, on the other hand, has a long history of starting slowly before finding its rhythm as the season progresses. They are off to a positive 1-win and 0-loss start since the beginning of November, and have been steady at home with a 5-win, 2-loss, and 1 overtime loss record at Scotiabank Arena. The expected return of William Nylander should give their offense an important lift and help re-establish balance across their top lines. The Penguins have built their success on strong defensive structure and reliable production from their veterans. Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin continue to lead by example, showing little sign of decline. Depth contributors such as Justin Brazeau have added value, though the sustainability of that support remains in question. The loss of Rickard Rakell is notable, as it weakens Pittsburgh's secondary scoring options and limits their lineup flexibility. Toronto has been inconsistent but is showing signs of improvement, having won 3 of its last 4 games. Playing at home has clearly suited them this season, and they have developed a strong rhythm in front of their fans. The Penguins have also been solid on the road, matching Toronto's home record with 5 wins, 2 losses, and 1 overtime loss. Pittsburgh's recent stretch of 3 wins, 1 loss, and 2 overtime losses highlights their ability to consistently pick up points. Their defense has been particularly effective, allowing just 2.62 goals per game, a mark that ranks among the better numbers in the league. However, they now face a Toronto offense that has started to find its footing and should provide a more demanding test. This game sets up as a strong contest between two capable teams with contrasting identities. Pittsburgh relies on structure and experience, while Toronto leans on speed and depth to generate scoring chances. The Maple Leafs' home ice advantage and improving offensive balance could create an edge in what should be a competitive, fast-paced matchup. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. Toronto has been productive offensively, averaging 3.58 goals per game while conceding 3.67 goals against per game. Their power play has operated at 12.5%, and their penalty kill has been more effective, holding an 83.3% success rate. Pittsburgh's numbers are similarly strong. The Penguins have averaged 3.54 goals per game and allowed just 2.62 goals against per game. Their special teams have been among the best in the league, converting 32.3% of their power plays and maintaining an 82.9% success rate on the penalty kill. Both teams bring strong offensive weapons and skilled playmakers to this matchup, supported by special teams that can change the flow of a game. The recent trends and underlying statistics from each side point toward an open, offense-driven contest where both teams should generate sustained pressure and quality scoring chances. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Vancouver Canucks versus Nashville Predators. The Vancouver Canucks meet the Nashville Predators in a matchup between two teams trying to find stability after uneven starts to the season. Vancouver enters the contest with a record of 6 wins and 7 losses, sitting near the bottom of the Pacific Division standings in third to last place. Nashville holds a record of 5 wins, 6 losses, and 2 overtime losses, placing them third from the bottom in the Central Division. Both clubs have shown flashes of potential but have struggled to maintain consistency on both ends of the ice. Vancouver will look to rebound from a disappointing loss and take control of this game from the opening period. The Canucks have the offensive depth to pressure the Predators, who are allowing 3.31 goals per game, a figure that leaves them vulnerable against aggressive forechecking teams. Forwards Kiefer Sherwood and Connor Garland, alongside the rest of Vancouver's top 6 group, will be key in generating offense through quick puck movement and transition play. The focus will be on gaining zone entries with speed, creating high-danger looks through short, efficient passing, and capitalizing on defensive breakdowns from Nashville. Defensively, Vancouver must stay disciplined in its own zone. Marcus Pettersson and Philip Hronek are expected to shoulder much of the responsibility at the blue line, disrupting rush chances and forcing the Predators into low-percentage shots. With Nashville averaging just 2.46 goals per game, Vancouver's defense has the opportunity to limit scoring chances and allow goaltender Thatcher Demko to control the tempo with key saves. If the Canucks execute their defensive structure and control puck possession, they can tilt the ice in their favor for long stretches. As our first pick for this matchup, the Vancouver Canucks money line is our full game side pick. Both of these teams have struggled to find offensive rhythm this season, suggesting a potential low-scoring contest. Vancouver continues to deal with multiple injuries, the most significant being to star defenseman Quinn Hughes, who is sidelined with a lower body issue. There remains a possibility that he returns for this matchup, but no official confirmation has been made. His presence would immediately boost Vancouver's puck movement and power play efficiency. The Canucks are also managing several other injuries to key contributors, including Connor Garland, who has tallied 11 points in as many games. The offensive numbers from both teams reflect their difficulties. Vancouver ranks 28th in the league in scoring, averaging 2.54 goals per game, while Nashville ranks 30th at 2.46. The Predators' struggles are amplified by the absence of captain and star defenseman Roman Josi, who remains on injured reserve with an upper body injury and is considered week to week. Without Josi, Nashville loses its most reliable puck distributor and power play anchor, creating further challenges for a team already struggling to finish scoring chances. Recent trends between these two sides also point toward a defensive-style contest. The under has hit in 7 of the last 10 meetings, and earlier this season, they combined for just 3 total goals. Across multiple matchups in recent years, these teams have played slow, physical games where quality scoring opportunities were limited. Given the number of injuries to top players and the ongoing offensive inefficiency from both clubs, this matchup projects as another low-event game focused on defensive positioning and goaltending. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Edmonton Oilers versus St. Louis Blues. The Edmonton Oilers travel to Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri on Monday night to face the St. Louis Blues in a Western Conference matchup. This contest marks the first meeting of their 3-game regular season series. Last year, Edmonton swept all 3 games against St. Louis, and the Blues have managed to win only once in their past 5 matchups against the Oilers. Both teams enter the season still looking to find their rhythm. While neither has played to expectations so far, there remains plenty of time to turn things around, and this early divisional clash carries extra weight. Edmonton's season has been defined by inconsistency, though they remain competitive in the Pacific Division standings. They hold a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 overtime loss over their last 4 outings, a stretch that includes a commanding 6-3 victory against the Utah Mammoth, one of the league's hottest teams at the time. With stars like Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl anchoring their top lines, the Oilers continue to be a team capable of breaking out offensively on any given night. St. Louis, by contrast, finds itself mired in a difficult stretch. The Blues are currently on a 7-game skid, posting 0 wins, 5 losses, and 2 overtime losses during that run. While their most recent defeats were close, decided by a single goal, the overall level of play has been concerning. The team's defensive lapses have been costly, and their inability to close games has created mounting pressure. Facing an Edmonton lineup loaded with elite forwards and a dynamic power play only makes the challenge tougher. The Blues rank near the bottom of the league defensively, giving up 3.83 goals per game, a troubling number against a team with as much offensive firepower as the Oilers. Edmonton has struggled at times to close out road games, but their level of urgency remains high as they chase a Pacific Division title. The Oilers' defense has been inconsistent, yet their offense is more than capable of compensating for it, especially against a struggling opponent. St. Louis has not recorded a win in 2 weeks, and the defensive breakdowns have been frequent. Goaltending has been another concern, with little stability between the pipes. Until the Blues show meaningful improvement, it's difficult to back them with confidence. Bettors have taken notice too. Only the Calgary Flames have cost more money against the spread than the Blues so far this season, which speaks volumes about their recent form. As our first pick for this matchup, the Edmonton Oilers money line is our full game side pick. The defensive struggles for St. Louis have been glaring, and goaltending has not done much to steady the ship. The Blues have been among the league's worst in limiting shots and controlling rebounds, leading to extended pressure in their own zone. Against an Edmonton team built to capitalize on those weaknesses, that could spell trouble. The Oilers remain one of the most dangerous offensive units in the NHL. Their top two lines are stacked with high-end skill, and Connor McDavid continues to play at an unmatched level. Leon Draisaitl adds another dimension with his ability to dominate possession and create scoring chances from anywhere on the ice. Edmonton's offensive rhythm and special team strength make them well positioned to exploit defensive lapses. Recent betting trends also favor a high-scoring outcome. The total has gone over in 4 of Edmonton's last 6 games and in 5 of the previous 6 for St. Louis. Both teams have leaned toward open, offensive hockey lately, with the Oilers' aggressive attack and the Blues' defensive vulnerabilities combining to create the potential for another high-output contest. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Blackhawks versus Seattle Kraken. The Chicago Blackhawks, currently holding 5th place in the Central Division with a record of 5 wins, 4 losses, and 3 overtime losses, travel west for a matchup against the Seattle Kraken, who sit 3rd in the Pacific Division at 5 wins, 2 losses, and 4 overtime losses. This contest marks the first of 3 meetings between these teams this season, with another game scheduled later this month. Seattle continues its homestand, while Chicago faces a challenging road stretch after playing in Edmonton on Friday. The travel demands and time spent crossing customs make this a difficult turnaround for the visiting team. One clear distinction between these two sides lies in their special teams. Chicago enters this game ranked 21st in the league with a power play conversion rate of 18.9%, while Seattle sits in 12th with a 21.9% success rate. That efficiency on the man advantage has been an important factor in the Kraken's ability to stay competitive and secure points in tight contests. Seattle has collected at least 1 point in 4 consecutive games and has historically performed well in this matchup, winning 4 of the previous 5 against the Blackhawks. Both teams come into this game off back-to-back losses, but their situations are not equal. The Kraken play their 3rd straight at home, benefiting from stability and rest, while the Blackhawks play their 3rd consecutive game on the road. That difference in travel and preparation gives Seattle a more favorable position. Statistically, the two teams have similar defensive and goaltending metrics, but Seattle's power play and recent home form give them the edge. The Blackhawks have shown flashes of potential this season. They remain a young, hungry roster that continues to compete hard and collect points despite growing pains. However, the Kraken have been the steadier team. Seattle has earned points in 8 of its last 10 games, maintaining consistent play and better execution in critical moments. The Kraken have also dominated this head-to-head series in recent years, winning 7 of the last 10 matchups. They found their best rhythm on home ice, where they have been more structured and efficient. Chicago, meanwhile, continues to struggle offensively, and those scoring limitations tend to get exposed against well-organized opponents. The Blackhawks have never won a game in Seattle, and with their current form, that trend will be difficult to reverse. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Kraken money line is our full game side pick. Scoring has been an issue for both teams in recent weeks, and the numbers back it up. Over their last 4 games, the Blackhawks are averaging 3.25 goals, while the Kraken have averaged 2.4 goals in their last 5. Those totals suggest both teams have had trouble sustaining offensive pressure and finishing scoring chances. Throughout the season, neither side has generated much in terms of shot volume. Chicago ranks 30th in the league with just 24.8 shot attempts per game, while Seattle sits at the bottom with 23.9 attempts per game. Those figures illustrate a shared weakness in puck possession and offensive zone time. Both teams rely heavily on opportunistic play rather than sustained offensive dominance, which often leads to low-scoring outcomes. With each side focusing on limiting defensive lapses and goaltending likely playing a major role, this matchup projects as a slower-paced, defensive battle rather than a shootout. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them. So leave a comment down below and do let us know.